This footage has been viewed millions of times, not because of what it shows, but because of what happened next. The man you're looking at is Lars Mittank. Minutes after this footage was recorded, he vanished. In 2014, Lars was enjoying a vacation in Bulgaria with his friends. It was supposed to be a normal trip, but before he could return home, something changed. Just days before his flight home, Lars became involved in a fight outside a local bar. During the incident, he suffered an injury to his ear. At first, it didn't seem serious, but after visiting a doctor, he was advised not to fly immediately. His friends returned to Germany. Lars stayed behind. At first, nothing seemed unusual. He checked into a small hotel near the airport and waited for his next flight. But according to his mother, his calls soon became strange. Lars claimed that 4 men were following him. During one phone call, Lars told his mother to cancel all of his credit cards. He was convinced that someone was trying to rob or harm him. At one point, he even texted her saying he didn't want to die there. The messages became increasingly alarming. Despite his fears, Lars eventually decided to return home. On July 8, 2014, he arrived at Varna Airport. What happened next would turn his disappearance into one of the internet's most famous mysteries. Before checking in, he visited the airport's medical office. He needed documentation related to the medication he had been prescribed after his ear injury. At first, everything seemed normal. The doctor later described Lars as nervous but cooperative. While Lars was speaking with the doctor, a man entered the room. Some reports describe him as an airport worker. Whatever Lars thought he saw, his reaction was immediate. He suddenly stood up, looked toward the doorway, and began whispering something under his breath. According to some accounts, he repeatedly said, "They are after me." Seconds later, Lars rushed out of the office. Security cameras captured what happened next. He sprinted through the terminal, past dozens of travelers, past airport staff. What makes the footage so unsettling is that Lars never once looked back. It was as if he already knew exactly what he was running from. The footage shows Lars running through the airport parking area, before climbing over a fence at the edge of the property. Then he disappeared into a nearby field. Search teams later combed the area for days, but they found nothing. No signs of a struggle, no personal belongings, no evidence of where he had gone. It was as if Lars had simply vanished. Investigators later discovered that Lars had survived for at least some time after leaving the airport. Witnesses reported seeing a man matching his description in the days that followed. One witness claimed he had asked for directions. Another believed they had seen him near a highway. But none of the sightings could ever be confirmed, and none of them led to Lars. Lars's bank accounts were never used. His passport was never used, and there was no verified contact from him ever again. For someone trying to start a new life, he left behind almost everything. What makes this case even stranger is that Lars didn't disappear in the middle of nowhere. He vanished near an international airport, an area filled with cameras, employees, travelers, and security personnel. Yet somehow, nobody could explain where he went after leaving the airport grounds. Over the years, countless theories emerged. Some investigators focused on Lars's behavior in the days before he disappeared. Others focused on the injury he suffered during the fight. According to some experts, head trauma can sometimes trigger paranoia, confusion, and irrational fear, which raised an unsettling possibility. What if Lars wasn't running from someone, but from something only he believed was there? But there was a problem with that theory. Lars had repeatedly told his mother that people were following him, and he seemed genuinely terrified. Who exactly was he afraid of? For Lars's mother, the mystery never ended. In interviews over the years, she repeatedly said she believes her son is still alive. She has never accepted the idea that Lars simply vanished without a trace. And more than a decade later, she still hopes that one day he will come home. The footage still exists, toward a future nobody would ever witness. But they never captured what happened next.